You're keeping me on. Yeah, I'm strapped in, stuck in a song you can't turn off. Like a merry-go-round, my head is spinning. I see you up and about. I'm sure as hell not. 'Cause in my mind we're smiling on the dance floor, late night skinny dipping like we're on our own ride. Got the words now, 'cause we're so young. We're in your car singing crazy through the radio. I remember it like time's been frozen still. Oh, had no words, no, we were so young. Now you're long gone, and I know time flies by so fast. Still I'm thinking of you. Do you remember still how we used to run? Fields were roaring. You said maybe it's love. It sure as hell was. 'Cause in my mind we're smiling on the dance floor, late night skinny dipping like we're on our own ride. Got the words now, 'cause we're so young. We're in your car singing crazy through the radio. I remember it like time's been frozen still. Oh, had no words, no, we were so young. But now you're long, long gone.
Okay. Hello, hello. Tonight's gonna be pretty similar to last night. Gonna look at some game demos, first looks kind of games. The first two on the docket are some sim games. One came out exactly 1 year ago. Another one for a little while longer. But I got keys for them, and so cover them. And it's gonna be a quick initial impressions kind of thing. Yeah, the first one on the docket is down below the stream. Epic City Builder 4. So it's the 1 year anniversary today. Take a quick look at it. Looks like my kind of game, you know, city sim, like City Skyline, Infraspace, Sim City back in the day. Definitely my wheelhouse, so should be fun. I already loaded up just to make sure the settings are okay, the audio levels are okay-ish. Basically, I try when I can turn down the music volume because the MCA is a bitch. I will never not stop say that because the MCA is a bitch. But without further ado, Epic City Builder 4. Version 1.1.3. Literally came out exactly 1 year ago, October 14th, 2021. So this happened just to line up on Friday. I've been meaning to get to this. I've been getting a lot of game keys for these odd games, so I got a little swamped. These are sort of rapid fire things to catch up on that, and give at least some modicum of
Congrats at Searvane. You got the first.
Hey Mari, how's it going? How you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. Hope school's not being too rough on you. What was I saying? Done with school till the 24th. Nice. A little reprieve is always good. What's this recommended button? Ah! Ow. Apologies. That music should not play because I have this down on the settings. That stick? Yeah. That's a terrible bug. Ugh. Sorry for that. Scenarios. Nothing. Okay, we got sandbox. New Freeland, fuck it. Canada.
Hello, I am McLean, Minister of Tutorials. I will explain the basics to building a great nation.
Okay, so this is a tutorial. I appreciate that. I was not expecting this art style. You have my intention. Minister of Tutorials, I know, what the fuck, it's awesome.
In green or rural towns that produce resources and food, your capital is in bloom and consumes these resources to produce products. Each rural town produces a resource along with food. One town might produce copper ore. Another town turns copper ore into copper ingots. Finally, your capital turns copper ingots into products for sale on the global market, such as smartphones.
Okay. Why do I have like the windy dust filter up here in Skyview? Yeah, I kind of get like the Pokemon anime kind of art style, at least of the 2D sprite of the Minister of Tutorials. The actual game map is kind of interesting. Resolutions, okay. Loading map, okay, I'm waiting. Basis of city building again. Build road. Okay, it's click and drag. Okay. So that's a little suboptimal. Like more modern city builders, you click once, you free float to where you want to go, and you click again, and you start moving it that way. Holding it down is kind of weird. Let's make some residential area. Cool. Road. All right. We're gonna put a nuclear power plant. Ah, that was loud. Power lines. Okay, now I need water. Terrain editor. Draw water. Pumping station. That also needs power. Here. No. I want to go to settings, but I guess I'm not allowed. Okay.
The first thing you will have to do is place 100 residential and commercial zones. The number you have placed is displayed on the top left.
Okay. So I need 100 tiles of each. Not too
For
bad.
zones to develop, you will need to supply them with services and a variety of food types. There are 12 types of food you can produce with farms in rural towns, or import from other nations. The more types of food you have enough of, the more advanced your zones will be able to develop. Your citizens will need police and fire protection. Later, you can build schools, hospitals, and other civic buildings. These will help your city develop, provided there are enough food types.
So this is very reminiscent of, like, at least mechanically, the newer SimCity where you control multiple cities and there's like interactions between them in terms of goods shippage. That's kind of neat. Road. Let's get the residential sorted. Not what I meant to do. There we go. Road. So, okay, here's a critique I have. This purple tile doesn't tell me what I'm building. I have to look at my cursor as well as here at the same time to know what I'm building. That's less intuitive. Okay, got that. Now I need water. That's sorted. One thing I did mess up on. Road, delete. I want to do one more over. Like that. Because I was only I have an extra one residential somewhere. Huh. Whatever. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Edge. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I thought I clicked road. 4, 5, edge. Yeah, it's not ideal. I think it could be better. Okay, that's done. Now I get some water over here. There we go. So that should sort that. I can't deselect, which is kind of annoying. So here's another thing that's kind of interesting. I have 4 blocks of residential, each what, 5 by 5. Not that much. Nuclear power plant and a water pump. It's not a big city. This is a tiny baby town. I'm running a 3080 at 48 frames per second. Granted, the settings are up to ultra, or the highest they go. The fidelity here doesn't warrant that. What I'm saying is that this definitely needs some optimization. 3, 4, 5. Quarter. 2, 3, 4, 5, and quarter. Get our commercial objective done. Right, bam, 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 and bam. Cool. Power. I'll just connect it there just for funsies. And we need to get water over here. The water area doesn't make any sense. Like, you see this big blue area, it's not servicing that area. So, don't know what's going on. At least you can climb back the water. Yeah, that's just kind of weird to me. There's like, I guess, the stats. Civic buildings. Okay. Where are my civic buildings? These are like basic stuff. And camera controls are nice. They're not, that's not bad. Like, that's pretty standard, but that's all I need. Why does my mouse just freeze on the first thing here? Stop. Subway station. Subway. So where are the needs? Again. Cool, I guess.
The first thing you will have to do is put for your zones, your citizens.
Yeah. Cool. That's all well and dandy. I was doing research? News to me. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, now the frame rate's dropping down to like 15. I have 200 tiles of buildings plus the nuclear power plant and the water pump stuff. 15. Oh, there's that over here. Okay, well, that's good to know. That should at least fix that. Okay.
Here you can set what products you want to research. These products can be produced at the capital and sold on the international market. You can also develop military technology for your nation's defense.
Okay.
The number of scientists you have is determined by the population of your nation, education funding, along with research grants national policy.
Okay, Nurse Joy's lesser known sister cousin. Fucking hell. I don't really care. I want to be able to make like a basic school.
Here you can tell the factories in your capital what to produce. Products will have to be researched in the research screen, and you will need resources to produce them. Each factory you build will consume 20 of a resource per year if they are producing a product. Make sure you are manufacturing the most profitable products.
Okay. Still want to build a fucking school. Frame rate is atrocious. Yeah. I'm turning off all this nice stuff because your engine can't handle it. Resume. Jesus Christ. Frame rate's still not great. It's 51 now. Okay, here's some basic stuff. I can make an elementary school. How do I rotate it? No. Oh, I'll put it next to the pump, maybe? I don't know, next to the nuclear power plant. We have irradiated kids. And a pool right next door. High school. Sure, this the pool. I need water. Oh, so these are actually tabs. Okay. I did not get that. Dime. That needs power. Cool. Stadium. Put this chonker right here. Right next to the gym, because yeah, you want to work out right next door, right? Hospital. How are we doing on money? We're doing okay. Actually, let me fix that audio. Complaint number however many. This setting should be available while in the map. This is too loud. I shouldn't have to quit a map, go back to the main menu, go back to my town just to change the audio levels. Anyways. What even is that? Airport. Okay, we'll put a Trinaz airport right there. So, water. It's double water. All right, so we got all that. We don't have enough population for that. You need some of this going on. Police station. They need water too. Okay. I don't know if it's calculating like the rate of consumption of water or how that's supposed to work. I feel like I should be running low on water at this point, but I'm not gonna complain either. We need more people. Some of these like upper civic item things, right? Leader statue's a little pretentious. Maybe just me. I don't care about the trade screen. Do I have like time control? That's dumb. Okay, so we are running low on water. That's good to know. What I was gonna say is, Jesus. Let's turn off audio because it's fucking broken. Draw water. Yeah, that solves that. When you're clicking up top, like the calendar or whatever, it has no interaction, but it still doesn't prevent you from clicking and building a road back in the wilderness behind your town or whatever. Not great. Okay. This game has been out for a year. Three, 4, 5. I'm gonna make another residential area for more peeps. Some peeps. I'm glad our power's holding up at least. Okay, so let's get some more population coming in. I kind of want to just see like how the town looks once you get like the civic requirement stuff done. These models are way too detailed. Are they doing any LOD? No, they're not. That's why your performance sucks. All right. Tip number 5.5. Do LODs on a city builder. Because, okay, this car looks pretty decent at this range. It's the same model at this distance, and you can't see in like 90% of the polygons. And even up here, it's 3 pixels. At most, it should be a sprite. Well, that's why your performance is in the shitter. It's like you're just doing one, resolution of models, and probably not even well optimized for LODs. Granted, yeah, it's gonna take more memory. I get it. It's fine. The memory cost is negligible compared to the performance you get on the GPU. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no LEDs on any of these models. But don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're gonna do pretty good detail when you get close up. That's awesome. Like, have fun with that for sure. You just gotta actually, handle this scale too. Yeah, the reason why it's chugging is it has to render all these trees at a high detail. At least I'll give you this. You have frustum culling. So I zoom in, you get like 95% of the map called out. Cool. That's, good on you on that. How's the traffic AI going? Okay, traffic AI doesn't seem half bad. That's another thing that's really hard to do in a city map builder kind of game. If you have enough people, I wonder how well that holds up. That's usually really hard to do well. Is the okay? You want commercial? I'll get you commercial. Let me do that. The road calculation's not bad. I'll give you that too. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Get some commercial up in this biazich. Hello? Thank you. Power connecting all the dots. And some water. There we go. All right, we got some commercial going on. That's good. So that should help that demand come down a bit. I have to actually click this button. I do. Okay. That's not the worst thing in the world, but a nice improvement is a quality of life feature would be having the notifications auto hide themselves, especially if they're starting being met or whatever. I'm just eyeballing it right now. I don't really care. I'll get some residential down. That's still pretty high demand, right? So one thing I noticed, I don't know how I feel about it. Residential is color coded as red, which is not incorrect. Like, that technically can work. I'm just really used to it being green from, again, City Skylines, SimCity. So you don't have to, but it might behoove you to reuse some of their color language as an option. Like even in the background of your little demand here, it's green for the most part. Commercial being blue, industry being orange is pretty universal, but residential being off, kind of a little weird. How many people do I have? I have maybe at 5,000 I get it. I can't build another elementary to service these people? Huh. Okay. This isn't really telling me anything right now. I just built housing. Right. Yeah. Can't render with a shit. So I'll put some more residential in. That's a road. I clicked residential, but the frame rate probably blocked it. I click delete. So I'm getting like frame rate, not drops, but dips. like I'm at 51 right now, which isn't the worst in the world. Doesn't the Smash should be running better than that? In the polygon, so that should be there. But like that just dipped down to like 20. You can see the UI struggling to react in some circumstances because of it. And it doesn't feel great. And these are the lowest settings. Okay, that should help some of the residential demand a bit. Like there's open tiles, but they're not like being min-maxed. It's like in City Skyline, you have like 4 tile is the max size for a given like skyscraper for high density. There's no density control in here as far as I can tell. This is the main capital too, so you're limited to what you can build. Interesting. I build anything yet? A leader statue. I'll put it right here next to the airport. This frame rate's pretty atrocious. I'm sorry. This is becoming borderline unplayable. Okay. I don't think I'll be spending much more time in this game. I think the bones here are not bad. A year out, I would expect better quality by now. So I'm a little disappointed on that. The UI language is a little rough. Like these tab button things don't make sense to me. I'll look into like actual Windows forms like tabs as an inspiration, but obviously stylize it a bit. Squares are not a tab conveyance language. You probably want like thin rectangles. Vertically you still be fine. It just, again, design language. You want them adjacent to each other, touching. And you can have like this big one area as your build menu, like you have now, like this. And how these are keep changing. Just have this big rectangle here for your items. It needs to be tabs. Like this needs a bit of redesign. There's no time control, and I don't blame you because at default speed it runs like crap with these LODs not. Yeah, there's some performance things that need to be hashed out. I can't cancel this reliably. What else? But it's a little nitpicky, but for your water bodies, like rectangular edges like this, unless you're going for like an aesthetic that suits that, but the trees don't. It seems kind of orthogonal to that. So maybe some heuristics on the actual water shape to make it look a little more organic, like an actual circle, smoother lines. That'd be cool. Or allow the trees to be more retro, or purposely low poly for the stylization, if you know what I mean. And yeah, LODs, mesh lists, this frame rate does not make sense for this town size. And what's with the snow effect on the screen? I'm sorry, it's like the 5th time it's come up, and I don't know why it makes sense. Why does the omniscient city planner have snow blindness going on? You want to convey weather, you want to do it actually on the city itself, because right now it's a bright sunny day 24/7. So the omniscient city planner should not be affected by that as much. I will say I think the vehicle pathing seems fine, but there's so few in the town. I'm not certain. They are going paths. They are respecting the traffic lights, and the paths they're taking seem somewhat reasonable. The airport seems frozen. Fuck you. Do I have anything else unlocked? No, I don't, and I don't care. Which is a shame. I like these genre of games. This one just feels like not on release date, not a year out. This feels like an alpha, maybe a beta, between the alpha and beta version, where you have a lot of the features, you have a lot of the core mechanics there. Like, this should be an early access. Like, it's functional, it's playable, you can have fun with it, knowing that it should be discounted and still worked on, because the performance needs some love. Sign language on the left, we already covered that. Aesthetic suggestion, and this is obviously a flawed perspective for me, being like, you know, a Western game, you know, former developer, now enjoyer. The games that this, you know, is going to be closest to in its genre: SimCity, City Skylines. Usually the design language of green for residential. Even your own icon has that as a background for the house itself. Please consider that. Maybe making an option for you know, to support color blindness. Allow a user to pick your zone colors. I still think green should be the default for residential, just to, again, inherit the design language of that. The color theory of it. So a new player coming in is like, oh, I played City Skylines, I know green is residential. That's intuitive. City Skylines, light green is low density, dark green is high density. No, density's here. That could be fine. I'm not going to critique that. Like, if you want to have a uniform density control, cool. But green would be a better design color. The money's fine. I would like to know whether or not, like, the 10.6k a year is making money, losing money, by how much, like the show me revenue and net. Wouldn't be a huge change. Once you get the performance sorted out, look into making time control so you can fast forward through time. If you're waiting for people to come in, waiting in real time, it's not a fun experience, right? So I don't know. Another thing that'd be nice with the performance, though, you can actually take another look at, like, the shadow effects, the anti-aliasing, texture quality. You can LED that too. Then you have other shader effects to make this look a little bit more appealing. Because, again, the visual fidelity here doesn't make sense in 2022. So current year argument, I get it. And final note, notification boxes, I like them. They're typically on top in City Skyline, but bottom is fine. No problem there. They should auto hide. Now, if I ignore it, am I missing more important notifications? Do they stack up? You easily get a very cluttered UI if you don't have something automatically taking care of that. I do appreciate your power can bridge over roads. That's cool. I don't think I have any other notes for this. I think I don't want to be too overly negative, because I think the core here has some gold to it still. I think this could be a nice streamlined city sim management game that a good chunk of people can enjoy. I just don't feel like it's as done as what the Steam page would indicate. But keep at it. Maybe make a 5. Learn some lessons from this. And build up on your experience, and maybe make a better one. This is 4. So there's allegedly 3 previous games, and we're at this point. So I don't know. It might actually behoove you to think about making a retro 2D style version, like the original like SimCity 2K. That might be a fun thing to challenge with, because that way you can automatically get the performance gain because you're working with sprites. And you can probably focus more on things that are more interesting, like of game mechanics of like city dynamics, and depends on how much you want to model the vehicle pathing or not. That might be a good place to build that experience and that skill set. And these buildings look so dead. I'm sorry, like I just noticed like not like there's cars moving, some people walking sometimes, and that's the life. Buildings are empty, airports shut down, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna try and build a road up to it, see if that changes anything. There we go. Oh yeah, so now it changed to residential. So yeah, that new notification of residential demand now covered up my commercial one without me acknowledging it. I don't know. Stadium, like, have some animation, some sporting events, some occasionally like people coming in, people leaving, have sports ball going on. Schools would be nice to have like buses and whatnot. People in the pool would make sense, maybe. Sometimes some steam coming out of the nuclear power plant would be good. Hospital on the top, the helicopter on top of the hospital would be kind of cool. Ambulances going around, police sirens going around. Like I have a police and fire station. Why? There's no one here. Well, there's some pollution here. Yeah, I know, you fucking hate it. I don't care. Suck it. So that's done. I get some water on here. Yeah, there's no animation going on. Hey Spaghetti, how you doing? Yeah, none of these buildings are alive. Okay, I think that's like the last closing note on this. I'm doing alright. Tonight's sort of like a quick rundown on some games that I got keys for, and some game design notes on if the developers ever watched either the VOD or the YouTube VOD or the Twitch VOD, either one, I don't care. Because again, I played games for a long time. I've made a number of games. And if I'm going to be giving keys, at least I can give back as perhaps game design notes. That's easy for me to do, and I think from my perspective will give value. But yeah, I think the bones of this game are not bad. It's just very primitive for a 4th iteration. It's a little disappointing. But keep up at it, game dev. Question mark plurals, you know, devs. It's pretty good. But I think that's it for this game. I'm gonna switch to the break scene, get the next game sorted out, bounce the YouTube VOD so we have separate videos. It makes my life easier later on. Now that Restream's back to being alive again, the other night that was even more complicated because Restream died. Yeah, break scene, change games. We'll be right back. Hold on to your butts. We'll be here in about a minute. I'll run an ad, so if you're not subbed, you won't miss anything.